sometimes the journey is more important than the destination. And I know for me, at least in filmmaking, that's definitely the case. I have a lot more fun making a film than I do finishing it and getting it out the door. And not because of the process of filmmaking, but more, especially in documentary filmmaking, the experience of exploring new things, meeting new people, and you know, it's just fascinating to go through things, you know, explore things that you don't know anything about. My latest documentary is something called Bollywood Steps, and I'll tell you more about it later. But it seems to be about, if you look at it, about Indians in Los Angeles. Now, how did this guy end up making a film about Indians in Los Angeles? Well, to understand that, come back with me 4 years and 10,000 miles away to India. In 2006, I had an opportunity to travel to India to teach filmmaking to teens with this company called Fresh Eye Films. We were only there for 10 days, but that experience left this incredible impression on me. Working with these kids, making movies with the kids, and hearing them talk about India and their hopes for the future really made me think about that old saying that goes something like, we have more in common than what sets us apart. I kept thinking of this concept after I came back, and you know, I wasn't sure exactly where that would go, but an idea presented itself to me. A friend of mine, Rasha, is an Indian born here in America, and she had married an Indian dancer choreographer by the name of Yogan. Now, Yogan had a career in Bollywood, which is India's Hollywood, and it's important to know that dance in India is huge. It's all over the place. You can make a living touring India as a dancer and touring the world as a dancer, performing for Indian crowds all over the world. They decided to settle here in Southern California, which meant he had to relaunch his career. He had a pretty good career over there. He appeared in several movies as a dancer and traveled around the world with one of the most renowned Indian choreographers. But settling here in Southern California meant he had to start all over again in a culture that really didn't know a lot about Bollywood dance. And one of the first things he did to start rebuilding his career once they were settled here was to start teaching. Some of his first students were American-born Indian kids whose parents wanted them to have some relationship with their heritage. My film, Bollywood Steps, was about the relationship between this choreographer and these kids, but it's also about what it is to be an American in the 21st century. It's the definition of, you know, what makes us different brings us together. We're all Americans, and many of us also celebrate who we are culturally, what our heritage is, what our background is. So that's really what the film is about.
At the very end, the pose and everything, you have to make sure. You have to smile all the way, be confident, look at each other, make sure you not go too much in front.
I hope you've enjoyed this peek into my creative process and the sneak peek of my new documentary, Bollywood Steps. If any of you are interested, I'll be making it available in a couple of months, and you will be the first to know. I will see you next time.